Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode, to our very first AMA, Ask Mevo Anything. I'm Joe Capar, I'm the technical specialist here at Mevo. I am joined with Will. He's actually behind the scenes today. He's going to be running the Mevo app. Let's go ahead and just talk about what we're doing today. So today I'm going to be answering all of the questions that you have live, and we really wanted to do something a little different today. Typically, we're running a pretty complicated setup with Livestream Studio. We're using things like 6 different Mevo, lots of lighting, lots of crazy stuff going on. We wanted to really break it down today and go back to the basics. We wanted to go into a scenario where most of our users are, and that's a single Mevo being used and still getting that crisp quality, and using things like overlays. As you noticed at the beginning, I actually noticed our first question for today is actually about overlays, and we accomplished that today using Vimeo Producer that allowed us to add overlays and stream to Facebook, YouTube. We're live to 2 or 3 different Facebook pages right now. We're also live on YouTube. So the answer to that question is yes, and that's really what we wanted to do today. We wanted to go back to the beginning where you have a bare bones kit and you're just using your Mevo Start and extra functions. So for the audio, I am using a lavalier microphone that is going into a very small soundboard, a 502 USB by Behringer. By Behringer. So the XLR is going into one input. For our music, we're actually running into that same soundboard, and then that is on a separate channel. All we have is 2 channels, turning my volume up or turning the music up and me down. Very simple, 2 knobs, ready to go. We're running that in the back of the Mevo Start using a 3.5 millimeter TRS cable, and that's it. We're using a single Mevo Start today. Hopefully the quality and everything's fantastic. We're hoping you all really enjoy everything that we're bringing today. And I can't wait to get in your guys' questions. And without further ado, let's just pull that on up and see what we're working with here today. So yes, Stephanie Carmichael did ask, how could you add a countdown graphic when streaming to Facebook? And all you need for that is Vimeo Producer and just the Mevo app. You can jump in there, you can upload images, text, you can set the time that you want to, which is what we did today. We set it to 3:30 p.m. That way it automatically count down to the time we intended to start. We also did the lower third using that. All I did was upload a headshot of myself, and then you had 2 lines of text. We had my name and then my title. And you can even do things like over the shoulder, upload PDFs, do slideshows and things like that. So all you need is Vimeo Producer. You can go to mevo.com/plans, and that should take you to the page where you can read more about that. So thank you, Stephanie, for your question. It was exciting. I was excited during the countdown to see that question pop up because we were using it as you were asking, so it was really cool to see. So I'm literally going to be going through these questions really quickly. I mean, as quickly as I need to actually answer them. So be sure to get your questions out there. All live questions are going to take priority. So if you ask a question, I will make sure to get that taken care of today. So we have a question from on YouTube. It's Ali Akhtar. Says, I want to add a second microphone for my podcast. Can I just use a 3.5 millimeter TRS splitter into the Mevo Start? Absolutely. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that. We haven't really tested too much with that, but there shouldn't be any reason you shouldn't be able to. Just make sure that whatever your microphone is going to be self-powered, because the Mevo Start's not going to provide power through that 3.5 millimeter input. So it needs to be a self-powered microphone. Otherwise, it's not going to send any signal, or it's going to send signal and it's going to be a very, very light signal. So if your goal is to add a second microphone to your stream with a splitter, you should be able to do that. We actually, like I was discussing or mentioning earlier, are using a very small, this is a very cheap, affordable board. It was like 50 bucks, I believe, on Amazon. You can use it via USB, or you can use a 3.5, which is what we're doing. And it's taking music and it's taking my microphone. I could add 2 more inputs Let's see. Let's go back over here. So we've got YouTube. Off the top of my head, I mean, the accessories right now have been coming out pretty much nonstop since the Mevo Start came out. So since we released it, we have a case, we have the fence clip, we have the table stand, which is right, I can actually grab because we're not using it today. We have a table stand. We've got, well, I mean, it feels like we're always releasing stuff. As far as I'm aware, I am not aware of anything. Nothing that I'm allowed to talk about, but something, just keep your eye out. If you're looking for new products from Mevo, I would highly recommend going part of the Mevo customer group. Definitely do that as well. They almost get all of the information before anyone else does. So that would be my suggestion to you if you're looking for the latest and greatest for Mevo. We've got a question from Kelly Benz from Facebook. There needs to be a basic overlays instead of doing monthly for everything. I use my Mevo. That's a fair point. I could totally see that point of view. Now, there are ways to get overlays outside the Mevo app which wouldn't require a subscription. You can actually take your Mevo Start, connect to, I mean, you can technically do it with all the Mevos, use it as a webcam, use something like OBS, and you can put overlays in that way. Or if you have any other kind of switching software, such as Livestream Studio, vMix, Wirecast, things like that, those also provide the ability to do overlays. Now that all the Mevos can connect via webcam, then you should be easily able to attach and bring those in as inputs. So if you only need overlays for a couple days, you don't use it often enough to justify a subscription, totally understand that for the start, and you should be able to bring in overlays. So thank you for that question, Kelly, or feedback. It's definitely greatly appreciated. We always take feedback, good, bad, neutral. We want it all. That way we can, adjust what we do and make it try to fit your needs the best. So we've got, let's see here, on Facebook we have Joshua Titten. So he's asking, but even then, I would consider myself more of a Googler than an audiophile. However, we have tested, I think it's pronounced Hotec. So this is a wireless transmitter. It comes with just a little wireless pack. It's like the size of a candy bar maybe. You would just take it back, and then we actually used this. We put it to a 1/4 inch, and we put it in the back of the Mevo Start, and it transmitted just fine. It was pretty good quality. These are better, but these are not wireless. So at least what I'm using right now, this is going via XLR and it's going into the back of the Mevo Start. So if you're looking for wireless, this is the only one that I'm personally aware of. If you tune in or check a couple episodes, I think the last episode, Andrew got into it, and he's our producer/director of the show, and he's definitely the guy to talk to when you want to know about lights and microphones and things like that. So check out yesterday's, and I think we've had a couple other audio episodes where we've discussed things like this, and he's gone in more detail. We even pulled in one of our engineers yesterday, and Dan, he talked about it yesterday as well. So if you're looking for audio information, we do have episodes out there that are covered. On Facebook, we have a question from Andrew Mevo. That would be the person to ask about audio questions, and he finds it interestingly enough, to ask if he can use a TRS microphone with the Mevo Start and how appropriate of him to do so. The answer would be no. I mean, you can't, okay. It's conflicting, and it's only conflicting because you made me do an episode on this showing, or you made me do a video showing how we could do adapters. So technically you could, because you can use an adapter and go into TRS to TRS. However, you are not able to take a TRS directly into the Mevo Start. It does need to have a conversion to TRS prior to being plugged in. So luckily you know that, but I understand we're going to keep harping on that over and over. Hopefully we can ingrain it and get everyone on board. TRS to the back of the Mevo Start, TRS for mobile device. If you want to use your mobile device, you need, or the same source that you normally would put in there, and you want to put it in your Mevo Start, you need an adapter to go from TRS to TRS. We have a question, Robert Torres. To get for in live Facebook video. So currently, the Mevo Start's the latest and greatest. I would recommend any of the Mevo to go via Ethernet if that option's available to you. And if you're looking to change to a different Mevo, the Mevo Start's going to be pretty much the only one you're going to be able to find. The Mevo Plus, the Mevo Boost are no longer in production and have been basically sold out worldwide. So finding those right now, we only use one Mevo. It's in the back of the room for a real wide shot, and it's actually connected via Ethernet as well. So if you're looking for the newest technology, whether it's wireless or Ethernet, the Mevo Start is going to be the one that you're going to want to use. It's one I would recommend for stability. Particularly with Stream Deck. Funny you should ask. Not because we're working on one, because I don't want to. Sorry, I don't want to get that out there. I've been playing with Stream Deck a lot lately and writing some code for that. Unfortunately, nothing related to Mevo. We are not that I'm aware of. We are not currently working on an API. I know way back an SDK was discussed. For OBS. So if you're just simply trying to switch angles and things like that, not really doing PTZ type things, then you could currently use OBS with Stream Deck. So that is an option for you. Twitter, we have AB News Info. Hi, I'm from Aruba. Alone. Mevo could still get a good. I know some are getting deployed and mounted on the ceiling. That way the teacher can do like a traditional, but still send that footage out to the students who didn't come to class or couldn't come. So I do see Mevo growing. Absolutely. Let's see here. All right, so we've got another question from Quincy Terrence. How many Mevo we will be right back within moments. I'm going to have Will put up a